Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into Databricks Asset Bundles, a powerful way to manage and deploy your data engineering and machine learning projects with ease. If you're working with Databricks, you know how important it is to have clean, repeatable, and automated ways to package your code, libraries, and configurations. Asset Bundles help you do exactly that, allowing you to bundle your Python code, SQL files, notebooks, and dependencies into a single deployable unit. What makes this super exciting is that you can build and deploy these bundles straight from VS Code, making your development workflows faster, smoother, and more integrated. Whether you're managing jobs, workflows, or ML models, mastering asset bundles will save you time and reduce errors in production. So let's jump in and see how to set up, create, and deploy Databricks Asset Bundles directly from VS Code. To get started, let's open up a Bash terminal in VS Code and ensure that you have the Databricks CLI installed. In a previous video, I demonstrated how to set this up in a PowerShell admin terminal. You can type Databricks space version to confirm that the CLI is installed and up to date. Next, create a local directory for the Databricks Asset Bundle. Eventually, we'll want to connect this to source control, but for now, let's just make a local folder, and then navigate to the Asset Bundle in the terminal and open the folder in the File Explorer section. This prepares us for the next step of getting ready to integrate this with Git. And once we have the File Explorer open, we can also add files manually, such as README, git ignores, and other files. Okay, next, we can initialize Git using the git init command, and then we'll go ahead and create a readme.md file. Within this file, I'll paste in the configuration code for reference, which I got from the Databricks Asset Bundles official documentation. I'll also leave a link to this in the description. At this point, I'll run a couple of git commands to commit the README file to my repo. For this to work, you want to ensure that your GitHub is connected to your VS Code account. The git add and git commit with comments command ensures that your updates are committed to your synced GitHub repo. I'll also add a git ignore file just so we have it. Okay, next I'm going to type in Databricks auth login, and I'm going to copy over my URL from Databricks and paste that in here so that I can authenticate to my workspace. Next, it's going to ask for the profile name, which is basically your unique workspace ID, which is also in the URL, so you can copy it from there and paste it there. And right after that, it's going to go ahead and authenticate to your Databricks workspace. Okay, as the next step, we're going to have to configure the token, which as you'll recall from a previous video on me setting up the Databricks CLI, I showed how to generate a token from the Databricks workspace and utilize that token. So in this video, I'll just show you how to grab that, paste that token in here along with the Databricks host, and just configure it here from the terminal. All right, next, let's go ahead and initialize the Databricks bundle by typing in Databricks space bundle space init, and then we'll also add a default Python template. And once you run that, you'll see that towards the File Explorer, you now have all of your project assets. And the Databricks.yaml file can be customized to include all of the artifacts, jobs, pipelines, schedules, environments, and clusters that you need. You could also work with source Python files and notebooks here, and also customize your job and pipeline details in a separate YAML file. Before we go ahead and deploy it, let's commit all of these assets to our GitHub source repo, and then we'll need to navigate to the actual project in the command line before we test, and deploy it. To validate, you'll need to type in Databricks space bundle space validate, and if you have multiple profiles, you're going to have to specify the actual profile name, or else you'll see an error. And we'll show you how to deal with the error in the next section here. So to bypass the error, you're going to have to find the git config file in your local directory and delete the alternate profile and save that file again. And when you run the function again, you won't see the error without specifying the profile. Next, you're ready to deploy your bundle to your workspace using the Databricks bundle deploy, and by specifying your environment using the -t command, which can either be dev, prod, or other environments. For best practices, you may want to split out your environments by workspaces, but in this demo, we're splitting them out by folders. Okay, next we can confirm that all of our assets are both in GitHub and in Databricks Workspace, and you'll also see that you now have multiple jobs, pipelines, assets all deployed to your workspace. Okay, let's head back over to our terminal and run the Databricks bundle run command to actually run a job, just to show how that can be triggered from the terminal, and we want to do that in our dev environment. In the Databricks workspace, we can see that the job has indeed been kicked off and is now running. Okay, let's also go ahead and validate and deploy a prod bundle, just to show how dev and prod work simultaneously. And in Databricks, you can see that there's now a dev and a prod folder with all of your asset bundles. Okay, finally, to clean up our resources and environment, let's go ahead and deploy the Databricks bundle destroy command in both our dev and prod environments, and then we can confirm that all of our assets and resources have truly been destroyed in both dev and prod folders in Databricks. To wrap up, Databricks Asset Bundles offer a robust framework that integrates directly with your existing source control systems, making it easy to version control and collaborate on your projects. With the ability to modularize your code and assets by environment, you gain precise control over development, testing, and production workflows, helping you avoid costly mistakes and keep your deployments clean. One of the biggest productivity boosters is the option to run jobs right from your terminal. You can automate your workflows and trigger tasks without ever leaving your command line or your CI/CD pipelines. Plus, with comprehensive CLI commands, you can validate your bundles before deployment, deploy them seamlessly, and even destroy assets when they're no longer needed, giving you complete lifecycle management from a single interface. In essence, mastering Databricks Asset Bundles means building scalable, maintainable, and reliable data and ML pipelines with ease. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more Databricks tips and tutorials. See you next time.